Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you a Fallout 4 discussion video. Now, before anything, be sure to check out the link in the description of my previous video. That is another Fallout 4 discussion about, well, what con should we expect Fallout 4 to be at if this early 2015 announcement nonsense is to be believed. Anyways, here's a question that I totally haven't gotten before. Matty, what if it's not Fallout 4 Bethesda's working on? What if they're working on Elder Scrolls 6? And this is a question that I have answered a few times in the past, more so on stream than really anything. I've made a video or two about it, but I feel it's a topic that I just need to return to because there's one thing that us Fallout fans don't realize, and I don't think the Elder Scrolls fans realize, and that's without a doubt a incredibly divided fan base. And I learned this through reading some older comments on a video about Elder Scrolls 6 Argonia and how like this whole Elder Scrolls fan base blew up on me, thinking I was just uneducated and didn't really know anything about Bethesda or anything, because a lot of Elder Scrolls fans, believe it or not, believe that, oh man, we can't keep playing Skyrim for much longer. We deserve a new Elder Scrolls game, because a lot of them don't consider Elder Scrolls Online a actual Elder Scrolls game for, you know, God knows what reason, honestly. And then we have the Fallout fan base who's like, how long can we play 3 and Oblivion, and not Oblivion, 3 and New Vegas 4 until we get a new Fallout game? And so I'm here to reiterate a certain fact that I've been beating over the head a lot lately, and that it's one thing. And it sounds like a little childish term, but it's the truth. It's Fallout's turn. Whether you want to accept that or not as an Elder Scrolls fan, that's how it's going to most likely be. Is it impossible? No. But one other argument I've received is, well, yeah, sure, have Fallout 4 be created, Bethesda, but you're definitely pre-producing right now Elder Scrolls 6. No, okay, this is another argument that I get quite often, and I don't think it's possible at all. How you can have a game unannounced, not out the door, and start pre-production on another game, that's totally shooting yourself in the foot. You're putting resources in another game when you don't even have one finished. It's just not possible, okay? Is Bethesda a big enough studio to develop 2 games at once? Yeah, most likely they are, but they are also a studio who makes great games because they concentrate all the studio's effort into one single game. You take Ubisoft, for example, and they split up into a million studios, and they all work on separate parts of the project, and since there's not this one cohesive vision, it all doesn't work out. So that's why I think Bethesda likes to stick with one project at a time in the studio. That's just my thoughts though, because like I said, that's a constant piece of the argument that's always thrown at me. But the bottom line is that I honestly think that all it really boils down to is it's Fallout's turn, and that you have to include Elder Scrolls Online. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan as well, and I still consider Elder Scrolls Online, even though it's not my favorite game in the world, and it's probably the least favorite Elder Scrolls game ever created, it's still an Elder Scrolls game. It's still considered by Bethesda, which is the most important fact, an Elder Scrolls game. So naturally, that's supposed to be a long-term project, whether it's failing or not, whether it's about to go free-to-play or not, which is the latest rumor, which a lot of people have been waiting for. And I think that's one other thing that we have to mention, is that Elder Scrolls Online going free-to-play, believe it or not, that will bring in a lot of people. When the Knights of the Old Republic Online, or whatever it's called, the Old Republic, went free-to-play, I had to try it out because I love the Old Republic series, and it brought me in, and I played it a lot. And so naturally, I think that the same thing will happen with Elder Scrolls Online and bring in a lot more people. So I think Bethesda has the feeling right now that they don't need to make another Elder Scrolls game for a while. We've had Skyrim, we've had Elder Scrolls Online, it's Fallout's turn. And I know this should sound like a big reiteration, but it's a comment that with the channel growing, I've been getting a lot, and I figured it's a topic I'd return to and discuss with you guys here today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you think that Elder Scrolls 6 is still possible even with Fallout really pretty much on the horizon at this point? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.